When you are approaching life from your eternal viewpoint, that sounds so good. When you know you are eternal, you don't want to run out of desires. And when you know you are eternal, not only do you not want to run out of desire, you don't want to run out of what causes desire either. You don't want to be rid of the contrast that causes you to focus yourself into a clear new awareness of what you want. In fact, from that eternal viewpoint, when you made the decision to come forth, you were eager about the contrast into which you knew you were about to be born. Because you knew and remembered then that it is from that variety that you focus and find the new awareness, your new preference. And you knew then, you remembered especially, that when that new desire radiates from you, whether you speak it or just feel it, and you always do, you knew that the larger part of you, in fact even that which sometimes man calls God, the source energy part of you, would then turn undivided attention toward the new and expanded idea. And just because you in your physical body lived some contrast which caused you to desire or prefer beyond where you were, and because source followed that preference, you expanded. The larger part of you, the you of you, expanded because of that new preference. Are you keeping up with that expansion? When you are sick, you ask for wellness, and do you know, every time you're sick, you ask for wellness in a newly defined way. And the source within you becomes weller as a result of that. Now, you don't have to be sick in order to ask for wellness. You could, in a state of appreciation, continue to reach for greater and greater and greater exhilaration in terms of your physical apparatus. But the contrast surely does help you to focus it. And every time you're sick and you ask for greater wellness, the source energy part of you becomes weller still. The question is, are you keeping up with it? And the answer is, not usually in the beginning. Because as you have launched that rocket of desire, you are, if you are like most humans, pretty much observing where you are. So even though you became weller, or because you didn't have enough money you became richer, or because you were confused you found greater clarity, or because someone was rude to you you found a nicer world, vibrationally speaking. Just because the desire emanated from you doesn't mean that you can easily go there and achieve vibrational alignment with that, because after all, you are where you are. You are an expanding being, but you are surrounded by the what-isness of what is. In other words, where you are has your attention, and we understand that. You wanted where you are in terms of your physical beingness to have your attention, because you knew that out of it would be born more ideas about how life can be better. But when you are fixated upon what is, when the contrast of life serves you by helping you to know what you don't want, which helps you to know what you do want, and the larger part of you holds the vision of what you do want and you don't, you separate yourself from the larger version of you. In other words, that's what all negative emotion is. It means that life caused the larger part of you to move to a new place, but because you're fixated on the details of where you stand, you didn't go. Not easily. Oh, you're going. You can't not go. Because once life causes you to ask for more, all of the resources of the universe line it up so that you will have it. Many physical humans fill their vibrational escrow. We like that word, vibrational escrow. It is your future in vibrational form, being tended for you by the broader part of you. And when you, in your physical form, find the thoughts and the words, the feelings, the attitudes, the moods, the expressions, the terminology, the visions, when you find the memory, when you find the things that you focus upon that are about this new vibration, you move to the new vibration, and when you do, there then is no separation between you and you. And when that happens, your manifestation of this expansion occurs. Oh, now you're manifesting all over the place, and in every moment that you are manifesting, in every moment that you exist here in this physical body, there is a vibrational relationship going on between you and you. And by that we mean between the vibration that is being offered by you because of what you're thinking in your genius, brilliant point of view, and the you that is the broader part of you that existed before you were born, that still exists even in non-physical, even now. You are here in physical form, and that holds the vibration of your vibrational escrow. You see how it works? You were source energy and still are. And as you were source energy, a part of you expressed forward into this body, a small part of you in relationship to who you really are. And as you're here now in this body, exploring what you want, what you don't want, what you want, what you don't want, you are sending off constant preferences or rockets of desires, which the non-physical part of you is holding. Not only holding, observing, not only observing, giving, not only giving, being. The larger part of you becomes what you ask for when you ask for it. When you ask, not only is it given, the larger part of you becomes what you've asked for. So the question is, how are you doing about keeping up with you? Are you a vibrational match to what you're asking for? And you can tell by the way you feel how close the match is. We want you to begin to feel a familiarity, an ownership really, a beingness really, of this vibrational escrow. It is our desire that you begin to recognize that this vibration, which is your future experience, which precedes you vibrationally, and we want to remind you, everything that you know that is physical in nature was preceded by vibration. And by the time it is manifested, it was focused powerfully into view. Do you know that the focusing that you're doing here in this physical body is fine-tuning focusing? Do you know that? The majority of what needs to be done, 99.999999% of all creation is completed vibrationally before you see the evidence of it. So you're focusing upon things that cause you to feel good. That's just the last little piece of clicking into place. Because you didn't just start building your vibrational escrow since you got here. You didn't build it yesterday in the middle of that argument with someone. You added to it, you clarified it. You didn't build your vibrational escrow last week when you were sick, or last year when you were sick. You added to it, you amended it. But this vibrational escrow, this you of who you are, this is a veritable vortex of attraction. And all things necessary for the coming together of that which is you is being drawn to this vortex. What a pot is cooking here. It is magnificent. We want you to release the tension within you and stop holding yourselves to perfect standards, and instead accept that this magnificent life in which you are living is always working to accommodate you. Always working to accommodate you, no matter how it looks. No matter how it looks. Sometimes the things that in the moment of them seem the darkest and the worst, and the most unjust, the most unfair, the most inappropriate, sometimes those things are the things that cause you to put the biggest deposit into your vibrational escrow. And when you lighten up as time goes by, you are served so by that contrasting experience. And we're not encouraging you to go out and get into trouble just so you can fill up your escrow. There's plenty there. You got enough going on there to keep you happy for 20 or 30 lifetimes. We're just saying, don't freak out when you're in the middle of a what is that causes you some distress. Just do your best to tell the story from where you are in an improved state of being until you bring yourself to a place of speaking of trouble as past tense, of trouble as something that is so rare, of trouble as something that is something that you almost look fondly upon, because it is true in every case. The trouble that you've lived has caused the beingness that is you.